Okay, I've just come to the first part of the trip here of Peal Harbour, and it's part of the memorial, and it covers every name of every Army personnel, Marine personnel that tragically lost their lives on these boats when they were bombed by the Japanese, when the Japanese Air Force hit Pearl Harbour with a barrage of bombs. The Americans didn't realise it was going to happen, but it did. And as I said in the introduction, this is what brought the Americans into World War II. I'll just spin the camera around and you can have a look at all these names, and it just hits home as to what the Americans have been involved in and currently involved in now. But I'll just spin the camera around. You can have a look at this. This is pretty moving, this. Right, so as you can see, the list is very extensive, and it's something to think about. It really brings you back to earth, really, the perspective of it all. So we'll continue to walk around. It's like a place of reflection, really, where you can if you can set your mind back to all those years ago when this place was a fully functioning military base at the time, and you just look at it now and you think how horrific this must have been early in the morning when the Japanese flew over here and bombed the Christ out of the place. But did the Americans retaliate? They did, in a big way, and that's another story for another day. But we will continue our way through here. And really is quite surreal. So if you can just take your time when you come here, no rush. And as you're walking around, it's telling you a story. And what you can also do, you can get headphones, and as you walk around Pearl Harbour, the headphones, it's a narration of what you're doing. But I've been here before, as you can see, I haven't got the headphones on, but it's a narration of the entire event of that morning and exactly what took place. It's very, very good. I mean, and it costs you nothing to come in here, but it costs you, I think, $10 to go on the ferry across to the Arizona, and that in itself is just unbelievable. But it's still very military here. There's not a blade of grass out of place. But as I said, as you keep on walking around, and if you've got those headphones, I suggest if it's your first time to Pearl Harbour, get the headphones and listen to the story. And it goes from sort of like starts at the beginning at the front gate, and then it comes around, and you can read before the storm, during, it just details the whole story. So we'll keep on walking. as you're walking around here, you'll see people in groups, and they've got those headphones on. It comes around in a big circle. Come around in a big circle, then you go to the picture theatre. They actually show you a 25-minute video of the actual events of Pearl Harbour that morning, and then you come through and you get onto a ferry, which you'll see behind me here. And then that'll take you out to the Arizona. That's where you pay the $10 to get out there. But basically I'm coming up to a thing now called Contemplation Circle, and that's where, you know, it's very, very quiet here, and I'm speaking very softly here at this part, but it's called Contemplation Circle, where it's a break in the audio transmission, and you can just stay here and just cast your mind back to when it happened. Amazing place, Pearl Harbour. Well worth a visit.